chemicals, mama, I'm sure I to handle now, yes I am. Let's just speak loud in the world, but I'm a man with the greatest fear. Got the knock on me, but I love you better than me. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I'm gonna prove every word I say. Advertise the love for praise, so you can bear to bear with me. But one long time I deserve, tips in love. Take a little thing, let me light your chemicals, so mama, I'm sure hard to handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. See, baby, here I am, a man on the scene. Give you what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good little love and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby throwing it on, know you'll be around for more. Boys run on, not to present. Tips and love, pretty little thing, let me light your chemicals, and mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle that? Get it. Chemicals of mama, I'm sure I'll handle now, yes I am. Yeah, hard to handle that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, hard, yeah. Now, no.
Get you out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I laugh harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold 9 million. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't breathe without you, I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without you, perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on time. Should be over now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm gonna be here. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it, I will survive. Keep on surviving. Wishing you the best, pray that you are blessed. Much success, no stress, and lots of happiness. Not gonna blast you on the radio. Not gonna lie to your family, no. Not gonna hate you in the magazines. Not gonna compromise. Not gonna diss you on the internet. My mama taught me better than that. I'm better than that. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving. I'm a survivor.
things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads me towards regret. Sometimes I wish that we had never met. I'm faking every step, stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb. You're stealing all the breath out of my lungs. Got me in the dark speaking in tongues. Tell me, when did this stop being fun? We're undone and uncomfortably numb.
Disconnected, out of mind, I'm unaffected I know she said it's alright, but you can make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks I know something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Or maybe she knows something I don't. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties. And I wouldn't wanna break them, I wouldn't wanna break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to you.
It's time for Lincoln Potters Baseball. Now let's potter up to the booth.
Hello and welcome, everybody, to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California for another exciting evening of Lincoln Potters Baseball. My name, Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with Riley the Engineer to bring you the first game of a 5-game week for the Potters here at McBean with tonight's game against the visiting AE Express. The Potters dropped 2 of 3 over the weekend in Oregon to the Medford Rogues and now stand 9-10 in Pacific Empire League play, good for third place with a critical 3-game series on tap against the West Coast Kings later in the week. The Potters and the Express have met once this summer. Lincoln won that one 9-8 back in June, and they look to get another win tonight as they look ahead to the Kings on Thursday. Manager Tyler Robertson sending the right-hander Tyler Moore to the mound tonight, looking for his second win of the season. Here is the Express batting lineup that Tyler Moore will face. He's got Mason, Brown, and Tobin, the first 3. Bellissimo hitting in the 4th spot. Bartram in right field batting 5th. Brad Boyd, the newcomer, at third base. Davis, Cox, and Nordyke to round out the starting lineup for the Express, and they'll have Luca Dillon out of Santa Rosa Junior College on the mound. But let's turn our attention to the Potters pitcher. It's Tyler Moore from American River College, committed to William Jessup University. 21 innings pitched on the summer, 22 hits, 18 strikeouts, 12 walks, a 1-0 record with an 8.14 ERA. Tyler, a right-hander with good velocity, relies on the off-speed pitch to get a lot of his strikeouts, 18 in 21 innings. And he's going to throw to Eli Small behind the plate for the Potters as they start off what's got to be the stretch run of the season. Just 8 home games remaining. They've got 2 non-league tonight and Sunday, and then they've got the 3-game series against the Kings, 3 games against the Mudcats, and 2 games against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. That'll come up in the middle of next week. And so we're just about ready to get going. These 2 teams meeting for the second time on the summer. Jelani Mason, who was 1 for 4 with a pair of RBI in the earlier meeting, he'll be the first hitter, followed by Joe Brown and Nick Tobin. Jelani out of Sonoma State University steps in here against Moore, and we're ready to go in a very pleasant for Lincoln evening, just about 92 degrees at first pitch. Moore's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner at 87, and we are underway. Good crowd out here on a Tuesday. It is, of course, a 2 for Tuesday. Thanks to Loomis Basin Brewery for taking care of that one. And fans taking advantage already as the next pitch is down low. 1-1. Checking out the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden there. Yeah, there's some fans coming back. And Riley the engineer, you'll be happy to hear that they are taking a beer in the right hand and a beer in the left hand. They are very, very efficient fans. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off to our left, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. VIP area filling up rapidly down the right field line. As we sit down for a Tuesday night full of baseball. Sure, you can watch the All-Star game if you want. That one's outside, 2-2. But I would have 2 TVs going, 1 All-Star game and 1 this game. Or just have that one on the small, it's the small screen, have this one on the big screen. Obviously, that's what I would do. 2-2 to Mason. Takes high, ball 3, 3-2. Joe Brown on deck. Joe was a very dangerous character last time these two teams played with a home run and 4 runs batted in. And then Nick Tobin hitting in the number 3 spot. 3-2 pitch to Mason. He is right down the middle, call strike 3. So Mason out on strikes on the pitch. It was a little bit further to the, it wasn't right down the middle technically, but it was in that strike zone for the first out. Big pitch for Tyler Moore. And here is Joe Brown, the second baseman from Santa Rosa Junior College out of Petaluma High School. 2 for 5, a home run and 4 runs batted in back on the 27th of June. Takes that fastball outside. Actually took something off that one, did Tyler Moore. There's a U14 team trying to raise money, doing the 50-50 today. The Lightning. Ooh, the Lightning. Hit high in the air toward right field. Jacob Doyle is out there. He'll camp underneath it. And catching that will signal Riley to put up the defensive alignment for the Lincoln Potters, and he'll do so very nicely. Doyle in right. Brett Ott out in center. Quincy Marlboro, a late addition to the lineup. He is in left. Cole Dillon holding down third. Chamiso moves to short. Mancy at second. And it's Jason Hansen at first base, Eli Small behind the plate, and Tyler Moore on the mound. Gerald's brother Jason, who played against us a couple weeks ago, has become a Potter, and he has taken over at first base. That one is outside for a ball. 1-0. This is Nick Tobin, the designated hitter. Did not play in the last game, and he takes the fastball for a strike, 1-1. Tobin out of Santa Rosa Junior College takes strike 2. 1-2, Casa Grande High School. Right-handed hitter. He's followed by Mateo Bellissimo, the first baseman. 1-2 pitch from Tyler. Just misses outside, 2-2. Eli Small behind the plate. 2 outs here in the first inning. Just getting the kinks out, getting the rust off. Haven't been here in a couple of days. Chopped out towards shortstop. Chamiso handles it to his left to first for the outs. A good inning by Tyler Moore, 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the first. AE Express nothing. The Potters coming to bat.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old man knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road.
Bottom of the first inning from McBean Stadium. Potters shut down the Express 1-2-3, and now the Potters will come up and face the right-hander Luke Dillon out of Santa Rosa Junior College, and the Potters will send up Ott, Chamiso, and Doyle, the first three hitters. Lindbergh, Dillon, and Mancy, the next three. Then Jason Hansen, Eli Small, and Quincy Marlboro rounding out the starting nine for your Lincoln Potters with Tyler Moore on the mound. A couple of new names for the Potters as they embark on the last couple of games of the season. 2 for Tuesday here tonight. A Thirsty Thursday, of course, on Thursday. That is Founders Brewing Company, $5 for a 16-ouncer. Then on Friday, I did not know this, Willie told me it's Harry Potter night on Friday. Raleigh, the engineer. Saturday, it is fireworks. So that'll be great if you're at the park. If you're not at the park, it'd be great because the great Tom Maley, KNCI Radio's Tom Maley, Country Music Radio Hall of Famer Tom Maley, will be making his yearly visit. And, well, he did it last year, and he'll do it this year, so that's 2 years in a row. Ott will take in there for a strike. Brett 0 for 2 so far as a Potter. Out of Sacramento State and Rockland, California. Watches that one sail high and outside. So a lot of stuff coming up this week. Harry Potter and fireworks. And then next week, a week from Friday, will be Fan Appreciation Night. And then a week from Saturday, our last home game, will be Star Wars Night and also fireworks. Ott hits it high up in the air toward right field. Bartram comes in right center, and he makes the catch for the out. So one out, Zach Chamiso comes at the plate. Defensively, let's take a look at the AE edge. It's Davis in left, Mason in center, and Bartram, as we mentioned, in right. Bellissimo, Brown, Nordyke, and Boyd across the inner defenses. Mason Cox behind the plate, and Luke Dillon is on the mound for AE Express. AE standing for Athletic Edge. Headquartered in Petaluma, California. Fastball is in there for a strike. To Zach Chamiso at 82. Zach at 304 on the summer. 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. Playing at shortstop tonight. Takes that one outside. 1-1. Played first. He's played outfield, all kinds of outfield spots. I think he even caught one game. That's inside. So he's been all over the place. 2 balls and 1 strike. Followed by Jacob Doyle, the right fielder. Dillon working from the windup 3-1, or 2-1. Misses, makes it 3-1. The breaking ball bends around the corner. That's an inside fastball, ball 4. So Chamiso gets the base on balls. He's at first with 1 out, and Jacob Doyle coming to the plate. Jacob 319 with 3 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Been on 3 home runs for quite a while now. It's about time to move that up to 4. Potters with the non-league game here today, and then Sunday against the California Tigers. Everything else is Pacific Empire League related. They stand at 9-10 in 3rd place, a half game behind Humboldt in 2nd. Doyle takes a strike. Potters have 3 at home against the Kings this week. Then they have home and away with Healdsburg in the middle of next week. 2 at home and 1 on the road against the Mudcats, and that's the season. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. 0-2. So 8 to go. 9-10 right now. 0-2 coming up. Doyle fouls it off. Down the right side, stays 0-2 with Will Lindbergh, the designated hitter, to follow. Bounce house is starting early tonight, Riley, and it is rocking. 0-2 again to Jake. That's a little blooper, second base. Second baseman's going to handle it, and that is Joe Brown. So Brown gloves that one at about waist level, kind of nonchalantly, which is what the hit called for, really. Here's Will Lindbergh. 300 on the year for the Gold River, California native. Cal State Northridge, 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. Takes that one. It's in there for a strike. Just on my intern rankings, we have a real conundrum with the intern rankings. Carson, of course, still on the top. Nia's moved into second place because she sang the national anthem, Emergency Method, last game. So she vaulted up the charts. Lindbergh hits it sharply, but right at Joe Brown at second base, over to first for the out. And the Potters are out. We go to the top of the second inning. We'll finish the intern talk a little bit later on. No score, Potters and Express.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Top of the second inning, it'll be Mateo Bellissimo, then Derek Bartram and Brad Boyd against Tyler Moore, who got a strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout in the top of the first. The right-hander out of American River College and headed to William Jessup University. Working with Eli Small behind the plate. Piper the Peacock is here. We saw him walking around earlier. He's made a very quick appearance and now has disappeared. Great crowd out here on a Tuesday night, enjoying 2 for Tuesday in baseball action. First of 5 home games this week. Tomorrow their Potters are off, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday the West Coast Kings come in for 3 PEL games, and then the week is capped off. California Tigers revisit McBean Stadium. Those games right now are slated for 6:35 first pitch. We'll see how the weather cooperates. Today it's cooperating perfectly as the fastball's inside to Bellissimo. Mateo from Tamalpais High School and the University of San Francisco. Right-hander hitting first baseman against Tyler Moore, whose fastball is outside, I imagine. 2-0. A little bit low, perhaps. 2 balls and no strikes. Now, Don from the Parking Lot Potters was up here, and he told me he was going to let me know. He said one of them I called was way off, so that one's fouled out of play. Remember, he was going to help me a couple weeks ago with giving me the bird's eye view because he's got that, front row seat, and then he gave me all the signals and everything and then never turned around again. But he says he's going to do it tonight because I was way off with one of my calls, which is not surprising. Popped out of play again, 2-2. And then he's just got up and left. So, I don't know. Anyway, the intern rankings, Carson, Nia, John, who has been doing a great job on the field and actually had a bat-spinning participant lurch onto the field and fall straight down. So he had to be moved up. And, of course, the great Lauren is in 4th place. But Jason, who has been moved down to 5th place, I looked for him today. I couldn't find him. I look on the roster. He's on the Potters roster now. So I'm going to get a ruling from you, Riley. If he comes in the game, does he get intern points? How does that work? Popped up right side. Going back is Jason Hansen, and he is in foul territory and makes the catch for the out. So Bellissimo pops out, 1 out, and Derek Bartram comes to the plate. So if Jason gets in the game, first of all, going from intern to being on the team is pretty good. So you'd think he'd get points for that. But then if he's on the team, he's not really an intern. So why am I penalizing the other interns? I don't know. Riley says if he comes in the game and does well, then he gets to go to number 1, which is, Anyway, Bartram is the Dueling Dogs hitter, so if he strikes out, it'll be half off Dueling Dogs products for the rest of the inning. 0-1. Derek was 1 for 5 the last time these two teams played with 3 strikeouts, which I suspect Willie does his research, and that's why he is the Dueling Dogs batter. Outside into the dirt. Of course, we already have it's 2 for Tuesday already. So, you go, in this case, in the top of the inning, you go to the beer garden, you get the Dueling Dogs, and then you go back at the bottom and you take advantage of the 2 for Tuesday. I think that's the way you have to do it. Of course, that's assuming that we're going to get a strikeout here, and right now it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Bartram. Derek out of College of Marin, coming from Novato High School. Up against Tyler Moore with one out here in the top of the second inning. Lines that one into left field. Coming on, but not being able to make a play. Nice job by Ott to flag it down as Bartram continues really with the history that we've had. We occasionally will have teams come back in for a second time, and we'll go off what happened the first time, and it rarely works. We had one guy who struck out 4 times the first time, made him the Dueling Dogs better, and he went 3 for 5. So who knows? It's baseball. Here's Brad Boyd out of Cardinal Newman High School and Westmont College, playing at third base for the Express. First hit of the game, first hit off Tyler Moore, and that one's down low. Boyd followed by Wyatt Davis, the left fielder. More to the plate. Nice job by Eli Small. That one bounced into him, and he managed to keep it from going to the backstop. Keeps the runner at bay at first base, but it's a 2-ball and no strike count now on Brad Boyd. Potter fans will always turn out for a 2 for Tuesday because it's, a discount on beer, but really nice crowd out here tonight. Hit sharply into the hole, into left field, a base hit. Kind of a tomahawk swing by Boyd. Hit it perfectly to the right of Zach Chamiso. No chance for Zach to go after it. So 2 hits after 1 out here in the second, and it'll bring up Wyatt Davis, the left fielder. Out of the College of Marin, Wyatt was a pinch hitter late in the game. The first one between these two teams, so he was 0 for 1. He's followed by Mason Cox and then Tyler Nordyke for the Express. Wyatt, a left-handed hitter. Chamiso behind the runner at second base. More to the plate inside. Gets away from Eli. Small, but he retrieves it. 1 ball and no strikes. Potter's coach from the past, Mike Marjama, in the crowd tonight. On break, the Major League All-Star break. Works for the Marlins. That one is down low. 2-0. So he was up chatting up here in the press box. Perhaps he'll return and we'll talk to Mike a little bit. Two balls and no strikes. That's ball 3. 3-0. Riley, the engineer's special tonight was the El Pastor. 2 quesadillas from Javi down at Mi Ranchito. 3-0 pitches lined into right field for a base hit. Everybody had to freeze, so Doyle comes up. His throw is going to be way too high. It bounces off the backstop, but backing it up is Tyler Moore. And stopping at third was Bartram. Boyd and Bartram both had to freeze to see if that line drive was going through. It did, and Doyle came up throwing. Bases loaded on 3 straight hits, and here's Mason Cox, who was 2 for 5 the last time these two teams played. Mason out of Santa Rosa Junior College as well. Casa Grande High School in Petaluma. Potter's actually playing back at the corners and double play in the middle of the field. Fastball is in there for a call strike. 87 from Tyler Moore. Cole Dillon down at third for the Potters. Zach Chamiso at short. Luke Mancy's playing second. Jason Hansen making his debut over at first. That's high. 1-1. Bellissimo popped out to start the inning, but then singles from Bartram, Boyd, and then Wyatt Davis have loaded the bases. Just 1 out. Basically no wind on the field right now. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Small. 2-1. I see Emma, the trainer, walking around. Hopefully she's not coming up to take care of me. Maybe she heard something that I didn't know about. 2-1 pitch. Out towards second. Mancy has it. He's going to go to Chamiso for one. Back to first. They got him. Double play. Potters. We're out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
Bottom of the second inning, no scores so far. Great double play by the Potters to pull out Tyler Moore there in the second inning. Cole Dillon, Luke Mancy, and Jason Hanson will start us off for the Potters. One correction, we've been talking about Brad Boyd. We had a representative from the Express come up and said, I messed up. I forgot to put a Y. It's Brady Boyd. So, that's an easy mistake, and I thank that person for owning up to the mistake, and trying to make us look a little bit better up here. So Cole Dillon will start it off, hitting at 200 on the season. Cole out of Rockwall, Texas. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in, and he's up here to start off the bottom of the second inning. Takes a breaking ball inside. 1-0. Pops that one up, but it's going to get out of play. Bellissimo at first took one look at it and said, no, not for me. 1-1 on Cole. Luke Mancy, Jason Hanson to follow. Inside, off speed from Dillon. So it is, it's a Dillon to Dillon matchup. I didn't even notice that, Riley. That's what you're supposed to tell me when things like that happen. You're supposed to point that out. Well, it's too late now. I just said it. You don't say it now. Ball 3-1. After I say it's a Dillon to Dillon matchup, you don't go, it's a Dillon to Dillon matchup. I'm surprised we got through the summer, to be honest. I know we're not through yet, but hit sharply out towards shortstop. Back in it out there by Nordyke. He goes across there and gets Dillon by a step. 1 out here in the second, and Luke Mancy will be the hitter. Luke out of the University of New Mexico, hitting at 254 on the summer with a home run and 12 runs batted in. Playing at second base tonight. Started that nifty double play in the top of the inning. As Don, the parking lot Potters, takes his seat. I wish he'd sit down and start giving me signals, but no, he forgot where his seat was. He's going to take off. Oh, well. Mancy hits it right back up the middle. Nordyke can't make it with a dive, and Mancy has himself a base hit. First hit for the Potters off Luke Dillon. And Jason Hanson will make his first appearance. We're number 25 out of UC Davis, Mr. Jason Hanson. brother of Gerald Hansen, who has had 2 tremendous outings in a row for the Potters, 13 consecutive scoreless innings over his last 2 appearances. Here's Jason, though. Jason, high fly ball right field. Bartram going to come in a little bit now a lot way, and makes the catch for the out. So 2 outs, and Eli Small will be the hitter. Eli out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, behind the plate for the Potters here, and he is hitting .302. 11 runs batted in for Eli, left-handed hitting catcher. Batting in the number 8 spot, Quincy Marlboro hitting 9th for the Potters tonight. Inside, and that hit him. It was only 80 miles an hour, so Eli did not suffer at all. But he'll go down to first base. First and second for the Potters, and here's Quincy Marlboro with his first appearance, I believe, for the Potters on the season as well. Out of Folsom Lake College in Loomis, California, right-handed hitter. Quincy lines it into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Coming around third is Mancy. The throw's picked up by Bartram. It's going to be cut off. Sliding in is Mancy, and the Potters have a run on the board. Quincy Marlboro with a nice debut, a base hit to right. He's got his first hit. He's got his first RBI, and the Potters have their first lead at 1-0. Eli Small went all the way around to third. And a 2-out rally for the Potters. And here's Brett Odd, who flied to right his first time up, out of Rockland and Sac State. So single by Mancy, hit batted, and a single from Quincy Marlboro. And the Potters are on the board here in the bottom of the second. There goes the runner. No throw. They bluff it, and they got him off third, and he is tagged out at third base. Pump fake by the catcher. Cox threw down to third base. Boyd with the tag, and the Potters are out, but not before they score a run. In the second, we go to the top of the third. Potters on top, 1-0.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
Five Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of the third inning, Potters lead 1-0. The fill the bucket game is still going on, setting records for longevity. Uh-oh. Piper says, I'm taking it into my own hands and throwing water all over the participants. Oh, Piper, way to save the game. Well done, Piper. They got to step it up a little bit, and he's going to just throw water on everybody, and that's the end of the game. It'll be declared a no contest, and Piper will be awarded the victory. Tyler Nordyke starts it off, the number 9 hitter for the Express, followed by Jelani Mason and Joe Brown here in the top of the third. as we wait for the field to be cleaned off from the Fill the Bucket contest. A staple here between the second and third innings. Which reminds me, we lost one, the Armored Fighting guys were supposed to be here on one of the Saturdays. We had to move the start back because it wasn't safe for them, in quotes. Hopefully they're going to come back, though. That would be awesome. I love those guys. Foul back, 1-1. They don't care for each other, though, and I think that's part of why I like them. They just don't. They like sneaking up on each other. You know, the code in the old days is supposed to be chivalry and all that. They just sneak up on each other. 1-1 pitch is hit right back up the middle into center field. Nordyke has himself a base hit. 4 hits for the Express. In the last 5 batters, mixed in there was a pretty nice double play for the Potters, pretty timely. So here's Jelani Mason, who struck out looking his first time. 1 for 4 the last time these two teams met back on the 27th of June. Potters won that one 9-8. Got out to an 8-3 lead. And then Express put 4 on the board, made it a 1-run game. Then 9-7, then 9-8. Fastball strike. Nolan Thebe came in and closed it out. Struck out 2 in the 9th inning as the Potters nailed down the win. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside. The throw to second base is going to be just a little too late, and it gets out into center field, picked up out there by Marlboro. Excuse me, that's Brett Odd in center field. Marlboro's in left. So a stolen base for Nordyke. One ball and 1 strike on Jelani Mason out of Sonoma State University. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and an inside fastball, 2-1. Mason with a pair of RBI in that earlier game, playing out in center field. Shows bunt again and bunts it down the third base line. They're gonna let that one go foul, I think. Now pick it up. Once it rolls foul, don't leave it. It could hit something and come back in fair, but it worked out okay for the Potters, and it's a good thing it went foul because Mason would have been at first by a considerable margin. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Jelani. Joe Brown to follow. More to the plate, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one at 79. Got Mason for the second time tonight. 1 out, and here's Joe Brown. Fly to right the first time up for Joe out of Petaluma High and Santa Rosa Junior College. Had a home run back on the 27th. Drove in 4 of the 8 Express runs on that night. He's got Nordyke out at second base and now 1 out here in the third. Takes it inside high. 1-0. Takes that one down low. So it's 2 balls and no strikes on Joe Brown. Nick Tobin will follow. This is outside, 3-0. 2 strikeouts, no walks so far for Tyler Moore. He's in a hole here, 3-0 to Joe Brown, with 1 out here in the third. He takes that one for a strike, 3-1. Express out of Petaluma, California, a lot of Santa Rosa Junior College and Petaluma products. on their roster. 3-1 pitch is chopped down to third. I think that's a fair ball. Dillon has it over to first and got him. Nice play, Cole Dillon, who had to fight that one. A ground ball in the sun, but he fought through it, gunned it over to first. Brown got down there pretty quickly, and Cole got him by a step. So 2 outs, runner could not advance from second, so Nordyke still there as Nick Tobin comes to the plate. Nick grounded to short his first time up. Another Santa Rosa Junior College product and Petaluma High School product from Casa Grande. Pops that one down the right field line, but it's out of play down by the VIP area. And the Brick and Barrel Backyard Beer Garden, which is getting a lot of work on a 2 for Tuesday, sponsored by Loomis Basin Brewery. 0-1 now. Tobin with Bellissimo on deck as Nordyke gets a pretty decent lead from second base. Tobin takes outside for a ball. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. That one misses outside and low, so it's 2-1. Top of the third inning from McBean Stadium here in lovely Lincoln, California. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. Ride the engineer to my left. Of course, the great Willie Preston doing the PA. Carson and Lauren are the interns today. Lauren doing the point streak with Jason on the team. Hit into the hole, cut off by Dillon. Nice play by Cole. Gets it to first base. Beautiful play. A full 360, and his throw was right on the money. So no runs, a hit. One left. We go to the bottom of the third. Potter's still on top, 1-0.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of the third, Potters stay on top. They lead it 1-0. It'll be the top of the order. Brett Ott, Zach Chamiso, Jacob Doyle. Brett at the plate when Eli Small was picked off at third base on the double steal attempt back in the second. So Brett, who flied to right in the first inning, will get another chance in an official at bat here in the third. Out of Rockland, California, shows bunt, bunts it down the third base line, but it's foul. Right on it was Brady Boyd, in case it wasn't foul. So Brett's going to have to, he was well past first base, so he'll have to come all the way back. Chamiso, the Lincoln guy, showing the, the good manners for Lincoln. He comes all the way down the line to give him his bat. Hey, it was foul, man. I'm sorry to tell you that. Oh, okay. Thanks. 0-1 on Ott. Out in center field for the Potters tonight. Dillon from the windup lukes the pitch. Hit high and well into right center field. Mason is on his horse. Now he seems to be underneath it, and he'll make the catch in right center field. Pretty good poke by Ott, but he is the first out here in the third inning And that will bring up Zach Chamiso, who walked in the first. The Lincoln product hitting at .304 with a home run and 6 batted in so far. Something on the floor, on the ground, that was picked up, I think, by the catcher, handed it to Chamiso. Chamiso threw it back toward the dugout, and we finally got it out of the way so we can keep going with this ball game. Chamiso takes outside from Dillon. 1 ball and no strikes. He's followed by Jacob Doyle. Check swing. Did he go? I don't think he did, and he did not. 2-0. They could ask me on those if they wanted to. They asked the base umpire, but I have a pretty good idea too. Right, Riley? Yeah, thank you. Chamiso takes inside, 3-0. At least Don's back in his spot down there. He can help me out with the pitches. Chamiso takes ball 4, so a couple of base on balls tonight for Zach. He goes down to first base, and Jacob Doyle, who popped out to second base his first time up, will be the hitter. Jacob out of University of Nevada comes in at .319 and has 3 home runs, 21 driven in. Second on the team today. Well, actually his first. Cole Eaton was in the lineup, but he had 30-23. He's not in the lineup. Marlboro took his place. Jacob takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Chamiso short lead at first. Jacob chops one foul. Down the third baseline, he's quickly in an 0-2 hole here against Dillon. Luke out of Annalee High School and Santa Rosa Junior College. Chamiso kind of leaned forward like he was thinking about second base, and Dillon throws it over there. Mateo Bellissimo manning first base for the Express. Doyle takes a fastball high and inside from Dillon at 83 miles an hour, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chamiso goes off too soon. Bellissimo throws it. Now they got him in a rundown, but his throw is wild. Chamiso's going to get back in as the rundown not really well executed by the Express. Bellissimo's throw lifted the shortstop Nordyke out of the baseline, and his throw back was off target, and Zach's going to get back and just be a little worse. We're a little embarrassed probably over there as he tried to jump the gun, but no harm, no foul. He stays at first base. Will Lindbergh on deck for the Potters. 1-2 to Doyle. Breaking ball is going to be called, strike 3. First strikeout for Dillon. And with 2 outs, here's Will Lindbergh, who hit the ball sharply, but right at Joe Brown at second base back in the first inning. So Will at 300 coming in, 1 home run, 9 runs driven in. Takes one high, 1-0. Two outs here in the third. Chamiso trying to get a little bit bigger lead over at first base. Lindbergh takes that one. It's in there for a strike. 1-1 on the outside corner. A lot of visits to Mi Ranchito down there. I think you started him off, Rod, the engineer, early in the game, and people took note of what you were doing, and they're hitting up Javi. Chopper right out in front of the plate, picked off by Dillon. He'll go to first. He has to hurry, and he gets him by half a step. So a walk, but nothing else for the Potters in the third. We go to the fourth. They're on top, 1-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of the 4th inning, Potters on top, 1-0. Andrew Ballantyne will be the new pitcher for the Potters out of Ceres, California. 11th appearance, 18 2/3 innings, 23 hits, 17 strikeouts, 10 walks. He has a 1-1 record on the year, 7.23 ERA, and he'll face Mateo Bellissimo, then Derek Bartram, and Brady Boyd. 4, 5, and 6 for the Express. Chopped right back at him, and he'll run the 2/3 of the way over and then underhand it like you're supposed to. They teach you that in pitching school. So Bellissimo hit the ball hard, but right back at Ballantyne and 1 out. And that'll bring up Derek Bartram, who singled to left his first time up. Disappointing many fans because he's the dueling dogs batter of the game. So if he strikes out, half off dueling dogs the remainder of the inning. We've already got a 2 for Tuesday working with Loomis Basin, so let's get greedy. That ball is down low. But Bartram with a solid single to left his first time up, made it around as far as third base. The Potters escaped harm with a double play to end the inning. Inside, and that almost hit him. 2-0. Community dog barking now is, you know, if it's 2-0, you got to get at least a strike on the guy before I'm going to start doing my barks. You know, I'm going to keep those in my back pocket until then. Swing and a miss. There you go. Foul off. Now it's 2-1. So now you can start thinking seriously about it. Thinking about what dog breed you might want to do. I know, Riley, that's what you're thinking of right now. You're going to be a yapper. Breaking ball just misses. 3-1. Here we go. That's okay. We ran out, quote unquote, the big dogs. Inside. Thought that would be ball 4. I have ball 4, so I don't know. I mean, if you don't want to go to first, that's fine. I don't think one of those was called a strike. Yep, full count, 3-2. I guess it was something was called a strike. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike, so there you go. I thought it was a walk, and now it's half off. Crazy stuff happened at the ballpark. I've come to games for 6 decades, and I've never seen anything like that, Riley. Carson had it ball 4. I had it ball 4. It was only ball 3, and the Potters came out with the strikeout. And Brady Boyd singled his first time up back in the second inning. The third baseman out of Westmont College takes a breaking ball outside. 1-0. 4 hits so far for the Express through 3 2/3 innings. Boyd with one of those. Ballantyne's fastball is in there. 87 for Ballantyne. Working from the stretch, the left-hander looks to Eli Small for the sign. Throws a breaking ball, catches the corner again for strike 2. 1-2 to Boyd. first of 5 home games for the Potters here in this week, ending up Sunday against the California Tigers. A little blooper on the left center coming on is Ott, and he makes the catch for the third out. So another good inning for Potters pitching. We go to the bottom of the fourth. They're on top, 1-0.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old man knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had them by the collar, said
It's a Dillon on Dillon matchup to start the bottom of the fourth. The pitcher is Luke Dillon. The batter is Cole Dillon. No relation. Cole from Rockwall, Texas, and Luke out of Annalee High School in Sebastopol. So I don't think the two are related, Rod the engineer, but thanks for mentioning the possibility. As the last warm-up toss thrown down to second by Mason Cox, and we're ready to get started. It'll be Cole Dillon, then Luke Mancy, and Jason Hansen. 2 hits for the Potters through the first 3 innings, both of those in the third inning. The second one, Quincy Marlborough single that drove in the only run of the ball game. Cole Dillon grounded out to shortstop, his first time up back in the second. Over at third base tonight, he's made a couple of nifty plays already. Takes that one outside. Slider from Dillon to Dillon. 1-0. That's lined into left field. That'll get down for a base hit in front of Davis out there. Cole rounds first, and the ball comes in. He'll stay at first. Third hit for the Potters, and here's Luke Mancy, who got the first hit and scored the only run of the ball game. That was back in the second inning. Line drive back up the middle off Dillon. Out of University of New Mexico, Luke at second base for the Potters. Started the double play that ended the second inning for the Express when they had the bases loaded and just 1 out. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. That's lined into left center field. Coming on, and making the catch is Davis. That one holding up just a little bit too long, and Wyatt Davis with a nice running catch in left center field for the first out. Here's Jason Hansen making his debut today out of UC Davis. Flied out to right field back in the second inning, so he is 0 for 1. Wearing number 25. The Potters in their orange outfits today. I don't think there's any reason behind that. I think it's just, fastball's in there for a strike. Usually orange Fridays, but doesn't mean it has to be an orange uniform. Fastball is a ball, 1-1. And Lundberg walking around. I think the beard has gotten a little bit strong on Matt. He's going for that Viking lumberjack look now. I do not remember it being like that earlier in the season, so he's making an effort. 1-1 coming up. Dillon leading at first. It's hit well to right field. Giving chase is Bartram. It is caught right by the foul line in right field. No, he dropped it. He had the glove on it. It looked like he had the glove on it in right, but he dropped it. It's a tough running catch. He went all the way over to the foul line. So I'll check with the official scorekeeper, who's now, usually our old official scorekeeper is now in the Potters bullpen, so we can't ask Jason, so I'll have to ask Lauren. I'm going to go ahead and give that a hit tentatively, and we'll Welcome to the plate, Eli Small. Outside. He ran right from, see, Riley, there's a big pillar right there and a big pillar right there. He ran between the pillars, and it looked like he made the catch. Just explaining things, okay? Small lines that one to right field. That is in front of Bartram. Coming around third. He's going for the plate. The throw's cut off, and now in a rundown, going to the plate. The throw, he is safe. So Cole Dillon got himself in a conundrum out there. Then he played it perfectly because the throw from first Bellissimo to third took too long, and Dillon went to the plate and scored. I don't think I can give an RBI on that, though, since he stopped and then went back. Here's Quincy Marlboro. That's a big hit from Eli Small. Potters now lead at 2-0. Still just one out here in the fourth inning. And here's Quincy Marlboro, who singled his first time up. Pops that one out of play. Oh, 0-1 on Quincy. Small at first, looks like he wants to go. He does. Breaking ball's lined into left field for a base hit. One run scores easily, and Small's already on the move, so he'll get into third quite easily. Marlboro rounds at first. He's got himself his second hit. He's got himself his second RBI, and the Potters now lead at 3-0. That brings up the top of the order in Brett Ott, who's flied to right and flied to center, and the Potters could use a fly out deep enough to score a run from third. Perfect hit and run by the Potters on that one. Small motors into third base without a throw. There goes the runner, Marlboro, and he'll slide in, but no throw will be made. So Quincy piling up the stats here in his first game as a Potter. Picks up a stolen base. Second and third now for Brett Ott. Line drive right at first base and handled by Bellissimo. So Brett hit it hard, but right at the first baseman. 2 outs, and it's up to Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln product, who has a couple of walks so far in this one. Zach walked in the first, walked in the third. Pops that one out of play. Has runners at second and third. That's Eli Small and Quincy Marlboro. Line drive down the left field line, slicing, and that'll be foul in the bullpen, where the Express has somebody getting up, getting ready to get loose down there. But it's quickly 0-2 on Zach Chamiso. No balls, 2 strikes. Jacob Doyle to follow. Chamiso takes it on the corner, call strike 3. Potter scored twice. We go to the 5th. They lead it 3-0.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Top of the fifth inning, it'll be Wyatt Davis, Mason Cox, and Tyler Nordyke against Andrew Ballantyne. And Wyatt Davis, the first batter of the fifth, which is the Farmer's fifth. So if he's retired by any means necessary, it'll be, yeah, you guessed it, half off Farmer's beer. So, I mean, it's pretty easy, Rod the Engineer, when you're trying to guess the prize for all of our promotions. It's basically half off beer. In the dirt, 2-0 from Ballantyne. You had a 1-2-3 top of the fourth with a strikeout in there. Davis from the College of Marin, left-handed hitter. Hit it to a double play his first time up. Hits that one well into right center field, giving chase as Ott. He won't get there. Rounding first, headed for second is Wyatt Davis, and he's in there with a stand-up double to open up the top of the fifth inning. Excuse me, Davis singled his last time up. It was Mason Cox, who's up now, who had the double play. So my apologies to Wyatt. He is 2 for 2 in this game. A single and a double. Cox with a 4-6-3 double play to end the second inning, so he is 0 for 1. The catcher out of Santa Rosa Junior College, right-handed hitter, steps in here with Davis at second. Fastball right down the middle for a strike at 87 from Ballantyne. Oh and 1. That one took something off it, missed it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Real nice crowd out here on a Tuesday. We're back on Thursday for Thirsty Thursday. It's going to be a Pacific Empire League game, the first of 3 against the West Coast Kings. Vital games for the Potters as they try to make the playoffs in the first season of the PEL. Right now that is a 6:35 start. That's grounded foul down the first base line against the Kings. Hopefully we'll get a good crowd out here for that one. Couple of degrees cooler tonight, and you can see the crowd turning up here for Potters action, enjoying a nice night out here at the ballpark with, of course, beer specials galore. 1-2 now on Mason Cox. High fastball, 2-2. Tyler Moore went the first 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, struck out 2, no runs. Ballantyne 1-2-3 in the fourth, but he's given up a double here in the fifth to Wyatt Davis to open things up. 2-2 breaking ball outside, ball 3. Zach Chamiso's up there going, hey, where's the outside call when I was up? You know, I have to say that because that's Riley's guy. And all indications are that his called third strike was a little outside the designated strike area. All indications, that is. 3-2 now. Ball 4. So Potters put up 2 in the bottom of the fourth inning, and as Stones McCoy would say, it's a shutdown inning time in the top of the fifth, but the Express not cooperating, a double and a walk. And Tyler Nordyke, who singled his first time up, will be the batter. The shortstop out of Windsor High School in Santa Rosa Junior College, batting in the number 9 spot. He's going to show bunt and pull it back. It's a ball. I heard a dog barking out there. I thought, no, he's not the Dueling Dogs batter, but it was an actual dog barking out in the outfield. So it was, I mean, that was a pretty good trick. I mean, we'll see. It doesn't, you know. Nordyke's going to bunt it down. That's a beautiful bunt. Barehanded by Dillon. Throws to first, and he stayed on the bag. Good job by Hanson to stay on the bag at first, but a successful sacrifice for Nordyke. He moves the runners to second and third with one out and brings up the top of the order in Jelani Mason. Good play by Dillon to barehand that one, and a fine play by Hanson to rearrange himself over at first so he can get the throw, which was on the foul ball side of first base, with the runner bearing down on him. So here's Mason, who struck out twice so far, both against Tyler Moore, so his first time up here against the left-hander, Andrew Ballantyne. Breaking balls high and inside, 1-0. Stirred a knock on the press box door. Was that UPS or something? Yeah. Oh. Just one of the female fans wanting to meet Carson, the intern. Inside with a fastball because he's number one in the rankings. Has been for most of the season. Although, yes, Lauren was number one for a while, too. She's a very worthy competitor, but she was victimized by Nia getting the call to sing the national anthem and then John manning the spinning the bat competition. Here's a strike and doing a great job. It's a rule if you pick the players for the bat competition and one of them lurches onto the field or into the fence, you get moved up. And he was moved up. So, that's just the way it is. It's a harsh game, but you got to play. Fastball in there for a strike again. 88 that time from Andrew Ballantyne. Evens the count up at 2-2. Joe Brown on deck, and we know he has home run power. He got one back on the 27th. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is fouled. Back to the screen. Eli Small behind the plate for the Potters. Andrew Ballantyne on the mound. Jason Hanson down at first. It's Luke Mancy at second. It's Zach Chamiso at short. And at third is Cole Dillon. Quincy Malbrough in left. Brett Ott in center. And Jacob Doyle over in right. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mason. Breaking ball's hit weakly out towards second. They're going to have to get somebody over to cover the bag. The throw of the pitcher, he steps on the bag, and he has got him at first base. It's a good play. It's an RBI for Mason, though. Hanson came off there too far. Good job by Ballantyne to cover. Davis scores, moving to third is Cox, the second out of the inning. And here's Joe Brown. He has flied to right and grounded to third so far, has Joe Brown. Takes the strike. Credit to Mancy, even though Hanson wasn't at first, he knew he had to throw it quickly, and he just threw it to where Ballantyne should be, and Andrew got over there. Inside, 1-1. So a good play by the Potters, but an RBI for Mason. Nick Tobin to follow. Outside gets away, but bounces straight back to Eli Small. And playing it safe at third is Mason Cox as the catcher. He knows exactly how it bounces off there, so he'll stay put. 2-1 now on Joe Brown. Brought to Petaluma High School and Santa Rosa Junior College. 2 for 5 in the game on the 27th with that home run. Drove in 4 runs in that game. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 2-2. 2 outs. 1 on, 1 in. 3-1 score for the Potters. First of 5 games this week, including a 3-game series against the West Coast Kings. Line foul over the dugout toward the grassy knoll area. And eventually found its way back onto the field, which is odd, but that's what happens here. It's a crazy place. It's mystical. 2-2 to Joe Brown. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Ballantyne. He gives up a run. In the 5th, we go to the bottom of the inning. The Potters still on top, 3-1.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades. the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
Luke Dillon back out in the bottom of the 5th. He'll face Jacob Doyle, Will Lindberg, and Cole Dillon. 3, 4, and 5 for the Potters as we have the dance contest. The tune tonight, it's Raining Tacos, which is near and dear to the heart of Riley the Engineer, although it's not raining quesadillas, but it's the same spirit, really. Doyle has struck out and popped to second base against Dillon. Hits it high and deep to left field down the line, and that is a fair ball and a home run. Jacob Doyle, home run number 4 on the season. The Potters answer that run for the Express, and they lead it 4-1. Just a line drive with a hook on it. It got over, up by much, 320 feet, but 105 miles an hour off the bat. Jacob really put the wood to that one. And he's got his Potters back up by 3, and here's Will Lindberg. A grounder to second, a grounder to the pitcher for Will, so he is 0 for 2 tonight. Good to see Jacob Doyle swinging that hot bat on that one. Hitting the line drive. Usually hits the very, very towering fly balls, but that one just the line drive. Lindberg fouls it off, so it's even 1 ball and 1 strike. 7th hit for the Potters against Luke Dillon. Lindberg hits that one out short left field. Coming on is Davis. He goes down for a slide. What a nice catch by Wyatt Davis in left field, fighting the sun, getting in position of a slicing fly ball by Lindberg to make a very, very good catch for the first out here in the 5th inning. And Cole Dillon will be the next hitter. Dillon on Dillon again as Cole is grounded to short and singled. Singled in the 4th, eventually scored. First pitch is outside for a ball. Outside again, so it's 2-0. And 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. Cole, 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. And that is ball 4. So Dillon on base for the 2nd time tonight. Third walk issued by Luke Dillon. He's also hit a batter, and here is Luke Mancy, who is single and fly to left. Out of University of New Mexico, Luke playing second base for the Potters tonight. 1 out here in the 5th. Thought about it, didn't go, and it's a strike. 0-1. High fly ball, short center field. Coming on is center fielder Mason. He'll make the catch for the second out. So 2 out here with 1 on, and the batter, Jason Hansen, who's flied to right, and he is singled. Out of UC Davis, Jason Hansen. In Roseville, California. Watches the slider on the outside corner for a strike. Oh, and 1. Lifts that one up in the air. Short right field. Coming on is Bartram. He'll make a running catch for the third out. But the Potters score on the Doyle home run. We go to the 6th. They lead it 4-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of the 6th inning, Andrew Ballantyne on for his 3rd inning of work. He relieved Tyler Moore after 3 innings. Tyler gave up 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, no runs. Ballantyne has given up 1 hit in 2 innings and 1 run, so he'll face Nick Tobin, Mateo Bellissimo, and Derek Bartram. Here in the 6th inning, Tobin is grounded to short. He is grounded to third, so Nick is 0 for 2. Fouls that one back to the screen. Evens the count up at 1-1, and he looks like he thinks he should have done something with that 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Andrew Ballantyne out of Ceres, California, Fresno State University. Sails that one back to the backstop, 2-1. Eli Small behind the plate for the Potters. Tomorrow an off day, then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday the competition is the West Coast Kings in PEL play. Critical PEL play for the Potters at 9 and 10 and in 3rd place. Foul back to the screen again. So it is 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two and 2. Breaking ball, check, swing, strike 3. Ballantyne's 3rd strikeout. First out here in the 6th, and that'll bring up Mateo Bellissimo, who's popped to 3rd and grounded back to the pitcher. Score bottom of the 3rd inning from Humboldt. Healdsburg on top of the Crabs, 3-0. So here's Bellissimo against Andrew Ballantyne. His fastball outside by quite a bit. 1 ball and no strikes. No activity really in the bullpen, although there's some milling around for the Express. Dillon's given up 4 runs. He hasn't really thrown that many pitches, although he has walked 3 and hit 1. Inside, that hit him. And Bellissimo's going to go down to first base, hit by the pitch. And that'll bring up Derek Bartram, who is singled and struck out. He is the Dueling Dogs batter. You know what that means. And he paid off last time for Potter fans. Half price on Dueling Dogs for the entire 4th inning for all fans, not just Potter fans. But they've already got the 2 for Tuesday working today. Unless you think we only do Tuesdays. Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday, thanks to Founders Brewing Company. So $5 will get you 16-ounce Founders on Thursday. So a reason to come out and check it out on Thursday. Just yet another reason to come out on Thursday and check out the Potters. Ball down low against the West Coast Kings. One 1-0 on Bartram. Derek from the College of Marin. Hits that one up in the air, but foul out of play to the right. And that just gets the Dogs barking even more because they're 1/3 of the way. Lincoln Lightning, the ball club that's selling for the 50-50. I think they're probably financing a trip to somewhere. Breaking ball is fouled back to the screen, so now it's 2-3. Now it's time to bring out the big dogs. Now on 2 strikes, Willie just brings out the big dogs. Literally the big dogs. And tries to get that 3rd strike. Brady Boyd on deck for the Express as here's Ballantyne's pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes again. So there you go. You got 2 beer specials working right now. You got 4 strikeouts from Ballantyne. And Brady Boyd will be the hitter. He has singled and flied to center. So 2 concurrent beer specials working for Potter fans. Really no excuse for them not to be down there at the Brick and Barrel Beer Garden, the Backyard Beer Garden as it's called. Boyd takes high and it gets off the glove of Small. He'll go back to the backstop. And Bellissimo will go down to second base, put himself in scoring position. One ball, no strikes. Check swing, that's in there. Nice slider by Ballantyne. 1-1. That one well outside, so it's 2-1. Wyatt Davis, the left fielder, who's got a couple hits tonight, is on deck. A couple of nice catches as well. 2-1 coming up to Boyd. Fastball inside corner for a strike. 2-2. Looks like Jason Riviello, that is Jason the intern, is up and throwing for the Potters. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 2-2 pitch coming up. Breaking ball misses outside. 3-2. Potters with 5 games this week, so everybody who's on their pitching staff is going to get some activity. Chopper down to first base. Handled by Hanson. He'll do it himself. Another good inning for Ballantyne as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Potters still on top, 4-1. Bottom of the 6th inning here from McBean Stadium. Potters leading at 4-1. The spinning bat race just happened, and nobody was lurching or anything, Riley the engineer, but it took the winner a long time to run. Didn't it seem like she was running in slow motion or something? She just kind of took off and was like running like it was a long distance race or something. And the second place finisher was well behind. There was no problem, but it was just, she ran, maybe she was just trying to get her bearings and so she wouldn't fall. No points for John putting that one together, but it was an entertaining race nonetheless. Luke Dillon still on the mound, and he'll face Eli Small, Quincy Marlboro, and Brett Ott. 8-9-1 for the Potters here as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. A couple of beer specials going. I hope you fans at home are doing the same thing that fan told me early in the year that he does, which is that there's a beer special here, there's a beer special at his house as well. And if there's not one here, then you can't. That's the thing. You got to really use some discipline, rather, the engineer. But we do have a couple going on now, so hopefully you're enjoying them in the confines of your own home. Or if you're watching in one of the many sports bars who have switched over from the All-Star game and went, now let's go watch the Potters. So here's Eli Small, was hit by a pitch, and he has a single, so he is 1 for 1. You'll watch that one on the outside corner, off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. It's a sharp grounder out towards second base. Joe Brown with a big hop. It'll get Small at first base as Eli kind of stumbled coming out of the batter's box. And he is an easy out at first for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. And it'll bring up Quincy Marlboro, who has not been an easy out either time. He's been to the plate as the newcomer is 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in out of Folsom Lake College. Out of Loomis, California. Right-handed hitting left fielder. Dillon has given up 7 hits as that fastball is a little bit too high. 4 runs on 7 hits through 5 in the 3rd innings. He has 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball is hit high up in there to left center field. Mason on the run. He's going to get there and make the catch. So Quincy hit it very well. Mason runs it down in left center field for the second out here in the 6th. And the top of the order is Brett Ott, who's fly to right, fly to center, and lined out to first base. So Brett still looking for his first hit as a Potter. Has barreled up a couple of them in the 5 official at-bats he's had, but so far no luck. Playing out in center field. Left-handed hitting leadoff man up here with 2 outs. Watches that one outside. 1-0. Reminder, this Friday, Harry Potter night. Hopefully Harry will be here. He doesn't usually show up, I have to be honest. Look at that button. He's going to take it inside. Hermione has been here a couple of times. Weasley doesn't usually make it. Professor McGonagall has been here. Snape is, always comes by. Got to have Snape. Inside, 2-1. So we'll see which characters we have. Almost as exciting as Superhero Night, figuring out which Harry Potter characters. I don't know if we can get Harry. I know that there's a lot of competition for Harry that night. Friday night in Northern California, there's a lot going on. Shows bunt again, pulls it back, and that's in there. 2-2 on Brett. Saturday night, fireworks night out here at the ballpark. If you're not at the ballpark, watch us, Tom Mealy, coming by to hang out with me, and we'll talk baseball and all kinds of other stuff. Probably some fishing, too. Hit sharply out to shortstop, backhanded out there. Nice play by Nordyke to first, and he'll get him by half a step. So again, Ott almost gets the first hit of the season. Doesn't quite. 1-2-3 inning for Dillon. We go to the top of the 7th. Potter's still on top, 4-1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Hey, Potters fans, want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of the 7th inning. It's a monumental day here at McBean Stadium, or monumental, I should say, as an intern is now the pitcher. Jason Riviello, who's usually up here working the point streak with us, is on the mound, and he'll make his debut for the season against Wyatt Davis, who's 2 for 2 today. First pitch is a chopper out towards second base. That'll get into center field for a base hit. So Davis is now 3 for 3 as he hit the big chopper up the middle. Good try by Mancy, but even if Luke could flag that one down, I don't know that he could have turned and got Davis at first base. So that is the 6th hit for the Express, and Davis has 3 of them. Mason Cox, who went into a double play and walked. And now we've got a pinch runner. Looks like number 18, that's Dorian Foster, will be taking over for Davis. So Foster will be the pinch runner. Jason checks him. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle in there for a strike at 86 from Jason Riviello. So Wyatt Davis, 3 hits and a run scored. He'll throw over to first base, and Foster is back. Foster played in the last game these two teams played. He's going to go. The throw to second base is a little bit too high, and Foster is in. The ball rolls out into center field, and he'll get up and go to third. So he is at third with nobody out. He was 2 for 3 in the game on the 27th, scored twice, had a triple and a single and a walk in that game. So he is at third base. You get a stolen base, and he'll be charged an error on the catcher. First error for the Potters today, and he is at third base with nobody out. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Mason Cox. Breaking ball is fouled away, so it's 1-2. Four-1 Potters were in the top of the 7th. Riviello, the third pitcher for the Potters. Tyler Moore went 3. Ballantyne went 3. It is down low for a ball, 2-2. They combined to give up 5 hits and 1 run and struck out 6 over the first 6 innings. Foster, the pinch runner, at third. Fastball swung on and missed. So Cox is out on strikes. That's Riviello's first strikeout, and that'll bring up Tyler Nordyke. Tyler has a single and a sacrifice tonight, so he is 1 for 1. Single back in the 3rd, sacrifice in the 5th. Led to the first and only Express run in this one. Swings and misses at a high fastball at 85 miles an hour. Good location by Riviello. 0-1. Right down the middle, beautiful pitch. That one at 87, 0-2. Sails the fastball high, so it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 7th inning. That one just misses the outside corner. 2-2. Nordyke checking with the umpire, making sure the scoreboard's right. We do need a new scoreboard. That's why the Friends of McBean are trying to raise money to get one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside, 3-2. Potters with the infield back with the 3-run lead. High fastball, ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but missed nonetheless. And so 1st and 3rd now. And here's Jelani Mason. Leadoff man, has struck out twice and grounded out, but had an RBI on the ground out back in the 5th inning. So let's see if Nordyke is going over at first base. If the Potters can keep that double play in order with Mason. He's going to bunt it. He bunts it back to the screen, though, and it's 0-1. Bunted it right at the great Nolan Murphy. Potter legend. Now Potter front office legend. Just walking around the park. Not really doing anything. Just walking around the park. 0-1. Fastball misses. 1-1. One ball and 1 strike on Mason. Dylan even with the bag at 3rd. Double play depth up the middle for the Potters. Nordyke at first. Sails the fastball, 2-1. Joe Brown on deck for the Athletic Edge Express out of Petaluma, California. Top of the 7th inning here. Fouled out of play. Evens the count up at 2-2. Nordyke with the lead at first. It looks like he wants to go. He doesn't. Swing and a miss. Got Mason on his slider. Second strikeout for Ribiello here in the 7th. And with 2 outs, the very dangerous Joe Brown coming to the plate. He has flied to right, grounded out, and struck out. So he's over 3, but he was 2 for 5 last time these two teams played and hit a home run in that game and drove in 4. Foster, the pinch runner, over at 3rd. Nordyke at first. Let's see if he is going now with 2 outs as Brown steps in there. Fastball outside. Right around 87 for Jason Ribiello. The 3rd Potters pitcher. Tyler Moore, Andrew Valentine, and then Ribiello. High fastball. Almost had Brown going for that one, but he holds off. Nick Tobin on deck. 2 balls, no strikes. Nice looking shaved ice down there, Riley the engineer. Not a mammoth, not a jumbo, but a good size. 2-0 pitch, misses high and inside, 3-0. Three-0 pitch in there for a strike. Good fastball at 85 from Jason. 3-1. Good cowbell action by the fans out here tonight. A lovely night for a ball game at the lovely McBean Stadium. 3-1 pitch. That is ball 4. Bases loaded. 2 outs, and here's Nick Tobin. Tobin has grounded out twice and struck out, so Nick is 0 for 3 out of Santa Rosa Junior College. Breaking ball inside, just misses him. 1-0. Hit sharply out to shortstop. Nice play by Chamiso. Flips to second for the out. It's a scoreless inning for Riviello. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potters lead at 4-1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Willie just made the announcement they're extending beer sales through the 8th inning, so that's a good thing. Jason Riviello, the intern, I don't know, how many spots does he get to go up, Riley? You said he was at 6th. He pitched a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts, gave up a couple walks and a hit. So, I mean, he's got to go up a couple. We have to see, make sure he doesn't come out again. If he comes out for the 2nd inning, then that's different. So right now, he kept him off the board, Some say the umpire was kind of pinching him a little bit. So, here's Zach Chamiso, who's walked twice and then was called out on a pitch that was well outside. I'm going to say it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it because it's your guy, Riley, the engineer, so I can say it. Swings and misses. And I'll just say it. He swung and missed. It's your guy, so I have to say it. 0-1. He's followed by Jacob Doyle and Will Lindberg. Zach takes a strike on the outside corner. Inside for a ball, 1-2. Bottom of the 7th, Potters ahead 4-1. They got 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th, and then 1 in the 5th. Zach gets a ground ball down the first base line and foul, so he'll do it again.
Well, looks like we got a winner. It's the Fattest family. Congratulations, 265 bucks.
1 ball and 2 strikes here. Line drive, and that's foul over by the VIP on top of the VIP area and rolls all the way over where the parking lot Potters used to hang out, but they wouldn't have been there now anyway. So it stays 1-2. Rolled over to second base. Brown will have it on a hop. And he'll get Chamiso at first base for the first out here in the 7th. And it'll bring up Jacob Doyle, who popped a second, struck out, and then hit a home run back in the 5th inning, his 4th of the season, giving him 22 runs batted in. Jacob out in right field today, 319 coming in, and he is 1 for 3. Outside from Dillon, who's pitching in his 7th inning tonight. Doyle fouls it off. Doyle, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Will Lindberg will come up next for the Potters. They're trying to expand on their 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning and the first of 5 games this week, but no game tomorrow. Wednesday is a day off. Doyle takes on the corner for a strike. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, big series. Come on out and help the Potters PEL play against the West Coast Kings. Doyle lines it in the center field for a base hit. Off-speed pitch. Jacob gets his 2nd hit of the day. 8th hit for the Potters, and Will Lindbergh coming to the plate. He's hit the ball well a couple of times, grounded to second, grounded back to the pitcher, and lined out to left field on a nice sliding catch by Wyatt Davis, who has been replaced by Dorian Foster out there after he came on and ran for him in the 7th inning. That misses outside corner, 1-0. Cole Dillon to follow Will Lindbergh. Will at 300 coming in tonight. There goes Doyle. Takes the pitch. The throw to second base is going to be too late. And Doyle has himself another stolen base. So he's in scoring position for Lindbergh, who has a 1-1 count. He does have 9 runs batted in on the season out of Gold River, California, and Cal State Northridge. Fouls that one back to the screen. So it is 1-2 now on Will. Swing and a miss. Lindbergh is down on strikes for the second out in the inning. Third strikeout for Dillon tonight, and that brings up Cole Dillon. It's Dillon on Dillon. He is grounded to short, singled, and walked. Yes, I know it's Dillon on Dillon. I know that, Riley. He's looking at me expectantly. I already said it, okay? Cole takes high and inside for a ball, 1-0. Jacob Doyle out on second base. 2 outs here in the 7th. Catches the outside corner with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Willie Preston doing a lot of good stand-up, little one-liners up here directed at the authorities. Breaking ball's hit sharply out to Nordyke at shortstop. Has it on a hop to first base. Dugout over there. Nice job by Bellissimo at first base for the out. So 1 hit for the Potters, no runs. We go to the 8th. They are still on top, 4-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had them by the collar, said he...
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Top of the 8th inning, the new pitcher is Logan Bell for the Potters. He will relieve Jason Ribiella, who went 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, walked 2, and struck out 2, did not allow a run. And considering a couple days ago he was an intern, that's pretty darn good. So Bell is the fourth pitcher for the Potters. Moore went the first 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, struck out 2. Then Ballantyne, 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 4. And then Jason Riviello. So Potters pitchers so far through 7 innings, just 6 hits, 1 run allowed, and 8 strikeouts. Logan Bell is making his 11th appearance, 10 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 4 walks. He is 1-0 and a 2.53 earned run average out of Lisbon, Ohio, and Bowling Green State University. The great Logan Bell. Mom and Dad were out here a while ago. Hopefully they are checking this one out as Logan comes on to take on Mateo Bellissimo, Derek Bartram, and Brady Boyd. 4, 5, and 6 for the Express, who are in the top of the 8th inning. And swinging and missing is Bellissimo, who popped to first, grounded to the pitcher, and was hit by a pitch back in the 6th inning. That one's lifted down the right field line out of play. It looks like it's out of play. There's so many orange jerseys down there as the Potters have a couple of people up in the bullpen, and they always have a lot of guys just milling around. Kind of like Secret Service guys, but good ones. So it's 0-2. Bellissimo out of University of San Francisco. Bell's pitches in the dirt and bounces over the backstop into the stands. And into the aisle there. So not into the stands, actually in the aisle between the stands on the right field side, first base and behind home plate. A lot of action there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper down to third. That's a fair ball. Going to be a tough play for Dillon all the way across the diamond. And a beautiful, let's see if they give him an out at first base. They do. They're going to say Hansen made the scoop and was taking it out of his glove. So they're going to be 5-3. Dillon over to Hansen on a play that was a little bit shaky, but it worked out okay for the Potters. And Derek Bartram, who has struck out twice today, and he is the Dueling Dogs batter. He's also singled. Struck out in the 4th against Ballantyne and the 6th against Ballantyne. So Andrew was delivering the beer specials today. Bartram fouls that one out of play. So 1/3 of the way toward a rare 8th inning Dueling Dogs batter, which was only there because Willie authorized it. That's line to left field. That's another hit. So Bartram with 2 hits and 2 strikeouts here. So he gets 2 and the beer drinkers of Lincoln get 2. Big wide turn. He'll get back to first base. So he is at first base with 1 out. Hit number 7 for the Express. And here is Brady Boyd. We got a pinch hitter here. So Nick Andrews is going to bat for Brady Boyd. Boyd was 1 for 3 while he was in there. Nick Andrews out of Santa Rosa Junior College, Justin Siena High School. He's up here with 1 out in the 8th inning. Fastball is in there for a strike from Logan Bell at 86. Dorian Foster on deck. Sharply hit down to third. Dillon has. He's going to go to second for 1. They got 1 over to first. They got the double play. Another double play from the Potters infield. Potters are out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters on top, 4-1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Bottom of the 8th inning for the Potters. It'll be Luke Mancy, then Jason Hanson, Eli Small against Luke Dillon, who is still out there for the Express, going into his 8th inning of work. And he has a fly ball out there by Mancy. Coming on in is Mason, still coming in, and he makes the catch on the run for the first out. Dillon's given up 8 hits and 4 runs, a couple of strikeouts, 4 walks, and he's hit a batter. Here's Jason Hanson, who's flied to right, singled, and flied to right, making his Potters debut tonight. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Breaking ball inside.
We lost. Jason moves up because he's playing. Jason moves up because he got out of an inning scoreless.
John, the intern, coming in and finding out that he's moved from second to third, but even he has to say Jason's moving. I mean, he was on the field. I mean, you got to give a guy a break. Now, I know, John, you were on the field too, but it was a little bit different. If you go out and throw an inning, John, I'll move you back to first. That is high for a ball. Yeah. You know, Jason, he does stuff to, he's going to mess something up. He'll go back down to 6th pretty soon. That's ball 4, and Jason Hanson gets the base on balls. Here's Eli Small, who's been hit by a pitch, singled, and grounded to second. Except that is not Eli Small. That is Cole Chamberlain. So Cole Chamberlain will be the pinch hitter. Eli was 1 for 2 on the day. Cole Chamberlain out of Novato, California, headed to the University of Texas. Takes that pitch outside for a ball. Big left-handed hitting catcher, or pinch hitter who will be a catcher. Quincy Marlboro is scheduled to be next. 2-0 now. Express bullpen is empty. Well, no, now they got somebody up and throwing. Chamberlain's hit high and deep into right field. Bartram now coming in a little bit as it gets knocked down a bit. And he is out for out number 2, and Quincy Marlboro will be the hitter. Quincy with RBI singles in the 2nd and the 4th in his Potters debut, fly to center in the 6th. Playing out in left field tonight. Looks down at the third base coach, who we believe is Tyler Malone. Mike Levinier over at first. Bryce Cox is the guy loosening up out of Santa Rosa Junior College, Casa Grande High School in Petaluma for the Express. Dealing with 2 outs here. Sails one into Marlboro, who pops it up in short right field. Bartram coming in and making the catch. And so 3 outs remain for the Express. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Potters on top, 4-1.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Top of the ninth inning, Nolan Thebe coming in for the Potters. He will be trying for his third save of the season. Nolan making his 12th appearance, 15 in the third innings, 12 hits, 20 strikeouts, 10 walks. He has 2 saves and a 1-0 record. A 2.34 ERA, so he's coming in trying to get save number 3. He'll take on Dorian Foster, who came on to run for Wyatt Davis back in the 7th inning. We said Foster was 2 for 3 in the game the teams played back on June the 27th. Davis was 3 for 3 while he was in there. Then Mason Cox and Tyler Nordyke scheduled for the next 2 hitters. So 7, 8, and 9 spots against Nolan Thebe. Right-hander out of Wilsonville, Oregon, and Jessup University. First pitch is down low for a ball, so it's a 1 ball and no strikes. Foster takes it in there for a strike at 89 from Thebe. One ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Foster out of the College of Marin against Thebe. Fouls it back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes on Foster. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Thebe gets the first strikeout here in the 9th inning, and that'll bring up Mason Cox, I think. Let's see. I think we got a pinch hitter coming up. I believe it's Kalen Clemens, number 17. So Kaylin Clemens will be the hitter. So Clemens coming in for Cox, who was 0 for 2 behind the plate for the Express. Clemens out of West Valley College. Takes a fastball in there for a strike. High pop-up right side. Coming on is Doyle in foul territory, and it will drop out of play. In the bullpen, just a long way for everybody to try to get there. And it is 0-2 now on Kaylin Clemens, excuse me. Looks like JT Summers is in the on-deck circle out of Santa Rosa Junior College. He will bat for Tyler Nordyke. Oh and 2. In the dirt, 1-2. Cole Chamberlain behind the plate for the Potters. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside for a ball, gets away from Chamberlain into the on-deck circle, but no harm on that one. If Summers doing double duty, he'll pick that one up. 2-2 now on Clemens. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So it will be J.T. Summers. So here's J.T. Summers. Fouled back to the screen. 0-1. Potters up 4-1, 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Nolan Thebe has come on and got the first 2 strikeouts. That is in the dirt for a ball. 1-1. Potters with 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. That was off Luke Dillon, who pitched a very good 8 innings for the AE Express. 1-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go? I thought he did. Oh, ump. Come on, you're killing me down there, Blue. You're killing me. You're probably right, but you're killing me anyway. It's 2-1. Thebe says, well, if you're not going to call a strike, I need a new baseball. I mean, that's fair, right? Yeah, even Riley, the engineer, knows that's fair. And Riley not really well versed on the intricacies of baseball, but, you know, he knows that's fair. You know what etiquette is. Yes, you do know some things. You do. You know that Chimiso's a good player. You know that. 2-1 pitch coming up. Outside, ball 3. Now, Van yelling at the umpire for that one. That was like 2 feet outside. So, I mean, come on. I mean, I'll yell at an umpire with anybody, but come on. Ball 4. So almost the Thebe turkey, but it wasn't as Summers gets the walk. Nordyke was 1 for 1 while he was in there. Keisha Kircher is going to bat for Mason. Mason was 0 for 4 with an RBI. Fouls that one back to the screen. Kershaw out of College of Marin also, and Petaluma High School. Summers down at first base. 2 outs here in the 9th. Potters have tomorrow off, and then Thursday, the West Coast Kings come in for the first of a big 3-game series in the PEL. Strike 2. Two strikes. The last strike guy, who last I heard was getting treatment for his larynx or laryngitis after his last appearance a couple of weeks ago. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Kershaw delaying what Potters fans hope is inevitable. Short lead at first, 1-2 pitch on the way. Oh, he misses it. Make that the 0-2 pitch. Now it's 1-2. Yeah, it's again, we have 8 innings of pitches, and all of a sudden on 2 pitches that are like a foot outside, it's like, come on, you're killing us out here. Forget about it. 1-2. Popped up out of play. Fastball on the inside corner, 89 from Thebe, who at 6'4", even at 89, it looks like it's coming in harder. Do it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Out in the VIP area, and the umpire says, I'm going to need some more baseballs here. Come on, guys. Got to restock me. Come on. One ball, 2 strikes. Potter fans who've been out here the entire night enjoying beer specials like crazy. Now they're called upon to do their part. Let's get the Potters over the hump and grab this win. 1-2 to Kershaw. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. He struck out the side. Let's make Nolan Thebe our player of the game for that. What do you say, Rod, the engineer? Let's do it. Final score, Potters win it 4-1. And Nolan Thebe is our player of the game. If Riley gets down there in time and sets us up, we will talk with Nolan Thebe when we come back on the Potters postgame show. Once again, Potters win this one 4-1. We're back with our postgame right for this.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's that's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Yeah, Between a Flower.
Yes. Well, we're working on we're workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So,
That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First
so
of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
Welcome into the Potters postgame, brought to you by the Friends of McBean. Let's go down to the field and welcome tonight's Old Town Pizza player of the game, Mr. Nolan Thebe. Nolan, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Looks like they jumped the gun on the celebration down there on you.
Yeah, unexpected.
Great job tonight nailing down your third save. How did it feel out there?
It felt good. It was awesome having Chambo catch me for once. Yeah, all right, yeah. He's usually down the pen, warming me up, so it was pretty awesome having that connection with him tonight. Get my third save, as you mentioned. Pretty special group out here. It's just been a great time out here in Lincoln. So
it has been a great time in Lincoln, a special group. You get your third save. It looks like you have pretty much claimed the ninth inning for yourself. Is that pretty official now?
How about ask the Lincoln faithful?
Between you and me, is that? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, you've done something that I like to call called the Thebe turkey, which is you come in and strike out 3 people in a row, but you're only missing. You miss it by 1 each of the last 3 times in there. Yeah. I just want you to know that. I'm rooting for you. I want to get that to be a thing.
Well, thank you for letting me know. Trust me, I already know. I got you.
All right, I got it. All right, so Nolan, you're one of the guys that everybody talks about that keeps it going out there through the whole 9 innings. Tell us what it's like being a Potter for you this summer.
Being a what?
Being a Potter.
Being a Potter, it's definitely something special. You know, you can play for summer teams before, and there's nothing out here like Lincoln. Just like the engagement of the city and the things that, you know, Ray and Matt and everything, all those people do for us, there's nothing else like it. So we feel like a family here, you know, guys all across the country, good tight-knit guys, you know. Shout out my boy Sean, I miss him, but guys that have already left, you know, we all just keep in touch, and it's just like a brotherhood out here in Lincoln.
Well, I'd love to hear that, Nolan. I'd love to watch you pitch, and congratulations tonight, and we'll look forward to some more success this summer.
Thank you, sir. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Nolan Thebe, our player of the game. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Potters postgame, brought to you by the Friends of McBean, trying to raise money to get a new scoreboard out here in McBean Stadium. And we'll put the QR code up there on the screen, Ride the Engineer, so people can scan it, donate, get information, find out why we need that new scoreboard. I think you and I have already made it clear we need a new scoreboard out here. Potters with the win tonight over the A Express, a very tough ball club out of Petaluma. Final score 4-1. Potters, Jacob Doyle with a couple of hits. Quincy Marlborough with his debut. He had a couple of hits and drove in a couple of runs. But really, the stars tonight, the Potters pitching staff, Moore, Ballantyne, Riviello, Bell and Thebe gave up just 7 hits in the game, just 1 run. They walked 3. They struck out 11. So the Potters pitching staff coming through. Now they got the day off tomorrow. Big week this weekend. Come on out and check out the Potters Thursday, Friday, and Saturday against the West Coast Kings. Pacific Empire League play. The Potters are in that fight for second place, the second and final playoff spot, and they're going to need these games against the West Coast Kings going into the final couple of weeks of the season. 6:35 right now, the starting time for those games. And if you don't come out, you can always watch it on YouTube at Lincoln Potters Baseball and Stones Broadcast Network. So, again, our final score tonight, Potters win this one 4-1. Nolan Thebe, our player of the game. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe. For me, for Riley the engineer, for Willie Preston, the best in the business, Lauren and Carson were our interns today, but I got to mention Jason Riviello, the intern, who goes out and pitches the 7th inning, gets a couple of strikeouts. Great job out there, Jason. So for all of us, we say thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.